Hey, welcome to the channel. First video, DPTP, get ready, new channel, hitting the ground running. We're talking about the Bulova Moon Watch. We're getting things started, just having kind of a casual introduction to the YouTube scene, you know what I mean? I'm not sure where this is going to go, but I do think that this Bulova Moon Watch is worth showing off. Not as a kind of a braggadocious way, but really just kind of because I think it's cool. Maybe somebody else out there was thinking about doing this and wants to see what the result looks like. So here, have a look at it. Let me tell you a little bit what I did. I started with one of the 2015 re-releases that came with a slightly different typeface for the Bulova logo, and that also came with a date wheel at 4 o'clock. The typeface that came on the 2015 was a little bit more stylized, came with a few extra serifs here and there. It's Bulova's current logo, but it didn't really match the original. The date wheel actually gave the watch really impressive depth, but it did kind of take away from the symmetry, as well as it wasn't like the original. So in 2017, Bulova kind of launched a refresh of the Moon Watch. It was in a black case, a black DLC coated case that had a typeface more like the original, and also ditched the date wheel at 4 o'clock. As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly that I needed to make the swap, so I bought both of them. I will say that the swap was extremely easy to do. The whole thing took maybe 5 minutes. It was plug and play. If you're removing the stem, I will say that the stem only comes out if it's first been pulled out just to the first position before you kind of pull the stem out. Then it slides right out. If you have it pulled out to the second position, it's not budging. I gotta say, I was really impressed with the DLC coating. It was a really generous application and found its way into all the nooks and crannies of the watch. You know, the case back of this watch is really a feature. It's got some really cool engraving and some details about the Apollo 15 mission. And that DLC coating is in each and every one of those very nicely and evenly. Just overall, it was a good job. But if you're going to unscrew the case, don't use a watch wrench because you're going to scratch it. Instead, use a watch ball. You can get these for like $2 on eBay. They don't have to be fully inflated. Mine's not, so it doesn't roll around. But before you use it, make sure you rinse it with soap and water so it gets nice and tacky. You just kind of press it onto the watch face, and because the entire surface area of this case back is in contact to kind of divvy up the torque or the force that you're applying, it actually pops off nicely. So that's my tip. I was able to do that. I did it with no scratches, and I could sell it in like new condition. I think I paid $350 for the black version, and I sold it with the 2015 movement inside at only a $20 or $30 loss. I guess that's not including any of the fees. Maybe if you're using eBay or PayPal, or hell, sell it to the guy down the street. I don't care. Something to consider. I would totally recommend it. I can't wait to release a review. I've already started working on it, and let me tell you, I'm going to be bringing a lot to the table that has not been introduced on YouTube yet. For some reason, people think that this is not thermocompensated. But it is, and I'd love to go into why it is. You know, it's actually got 3 layers of thermocompensation, 2 passive, 1 active, but really cool. This is a very impressive quartz movement, and I don't think too many people have gotten into the technical details. I'm going to try and break it down so idiots like me can understand it. But I did spend a couple of days researching different quartz technologies, so I'm coming to the table at least prepared before I talk out of my ass. Okay, right, so one of the things that has been kind of interesting has been the effect of the Bulova Moon Watch on my desire to buy a Speedmaster. When I first got the 2015 release, I wasn't fully in love with it, and it's because the typeface of the logo and the date wheel just really kind of prevented me from going all in on this thing. And while I owned the unmodified 2015 version, I actually really wanted to buy a Speedmaster. I wanted the real deal Man on the Moon Watch because I wasn't 100% satisfied. This was kind of like a cover band, you know what I mean? It's not the real deal. But after I swapped it out, I love this watch now so much more that my desire to get a Speedmaster is not only drastically decreased, but it's pushed it so far down the list that it might not even be on the list at all. Yeah, that sounds crazy. I'm not insane. I don't hate mechanical watches. I don't hate Omega. Hold on. So this guy right here, this Planet Ocean, is my favorite thing that I own. I've owned this for about 8 years, and this particular watch is the best watch in the world. I don't mean the Planet Ocean 2500. I mean this specific watch is the best watch in the world. Hopefully all of you watching this also think that about your favorite watch. Who knows? Going back to it, after the swap was made, I really had no desire to get a Speedmaster, and I'm still in that boat. So we'll see. The Speedmaster itch is a nasty one, and sometimes nasty itches have a tendency to come back. But for the time being, I'm totally happy. I'm totally happy with this. I love this watch. This is really a great watch. I absolutely love it. I feel no need to also get a Speedmaster if I'm already in possession of this. Hey, think about subscribing to this channel. I know it's kind of ridiculous. This is a first video, fledgling channel, just a 5-minute shitty video, but still, I'm telling you, I'm going to have some great stuff coming out. So hit subscribe, get on board early, say you were there from the beginning, because I'm talking about premium watch-related content delivered regularly that might even make you laugh. Probably not, but maybe you have low standards. In addition to that, we also have the coolest American watch ever made. It is also a Bulova. Here we have an Accutron. Here is another space Bulova. This went into space on the wrist of X-15 test pilots and test pilots for the precursor of the SR-71. Accutron gets no love on YouTube, but that's about to change. Just look at that sweep. I'm talking about 300 movements a second. Are you kidding me? Grand Seiko, you see that? Eat your heart out, Grand Seiko. Eat your heart out and go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. Grand Seiko is awesome. Spring Drive is incredible. But this really is Spring Drive before Spring Drive existed. Yeah, there we go. You see that sweep? So yeah, review coming soon.